Hello. Today, I'm going to share with you a case study outlining the real-world benefits of the Bactiscan handheld scanner to a dairy production facility in the UK. I'll outline the challenges faced and how a solution from EIT International was able to meet these challenges, as well as providing some unexpected additional benefits to the company. I'll also provide you with some insights into the possible cost reductions that are achievable. Dave Smith is a production manager at a UK dairy processing facility. Whilst his company has thorough cleaning protocols in place and performs ATP tests in line with both company policy and industry regulations, he found that he was having to close down parts of the facility due to contamination that was not found during their current cleaning and testing regimes. When asked by higher management how this could be happening, Dave had no explanation, as all testing was being completed with at least 20 ATP tests completed per day in line with compliance requirements. On paper, they were doing all they could to locate issues. When ATP tests highlighted a contamination site, remedial cleaning was implemented. To combat the downtime and associated loss of revenue resulting from taking areas of production offline, Dave was tasked with finding a simple way of reducing stoppages without increasing costs. The biggest concerns for Dave were 1. Avoiding any increase in the amount of time that testing would take. 2. Whatever solution was employed would have to be used by any member of the cleaning team. Therefore, it needed to be easy to use. Dave knew that if areas of contamination were as easy to see as the image here, the cleaning teams at his facility would have no problems eradicating them at all. Dave spoke to the specialists at EIT International to see what solutions were available. After describing his facility processing dairy products and the issues with his rigorous testing not identifying all locations of contamination, they suggested that rather than replacing ATP testing, it could be augmented with the use of a Bactiscan, a handheld bacteria and biofilm detection scanner. Dave was initially skeptical as to how a UV light could help locating contamination. The first thing the specialists at EIT International did was to clarify that the Bactiscan would help detect areas of concern for ATP testing to be conducted on, and explain that the Bactiscan was not a UV blacklight, but a unique wave alternating, multi-light source system. An atypical standard UV light uses a light operating at a single wavelength, thus causing items to glow. In contrast, the Bactiscan uses a proprietary system of 4 lights operating at different wavelengths, wave alternating UV, and these are designed to merge on the surface being examined. The benefit of this wave alternating system is that the combination of the different wavelengths allows the Bactiscan to locate a much wider range of surface deposits, such as bacterial contamination and product residue, not only causing them to glow, but highlighting them in different colors, depending on the type of contaminant detected. To give you a brief idea how this works, the outer surface of many archaea and bacteria is coated with a proteinaceous surface layer, known as an S layer. The combination of the Bactiscan wave alternating UV beams causes this S layer to glow. There are a couple of ways that the Bactiscan can improve the costs associated to cleaning and testing. In this case, Dave's company policy allowed him to reduce the number of ATP tests that were required. With more targeted testing, he was able to reduce ATP use by 50%, and with each ATP test costing £3, his savings equated to £7,700, with the Bactiscan easily paying for itself within a couple of months. The chart here shows a comparison before and after implementing the use of a Bactiscan at the dairy facility. Before Bactiscan, they were carrying out a lot of ATP tests, here in yellow, but without much success in finding the contamination sources or issues. Most of the tests were negative or false negative. They couldn't be sure which, shown in red, but contamination issues continued. After they started using the Bactiscan and their ATP testing was targeted, they detected sites of concern while reducing the overall number of ATP tests needed, shown here in blue and green respectively. Not every company policy will allow for a reduction in the amount of tests carried out, but even at those sites, there will be a benefit. by using Bactiscan to locate areas of concern prior to ATP testing. A company will not be wasting ATP tests returning false negatives. Any areas of concern located by the Bactiscan can then be swabbed using an ATP test to determine what the contamination is and remediate as necessary. As such, they will know for certain that the facility is clean and not risk contaminants going undetected, reducing unplanned downtime and possible expensive product recalls. Let's talk results. For Dave, the results went beyond his expectations. Let's look again at his initial concerns. 1. He didn't want any increase in the amount of time that testing would take. By adding the Bactiscan, his team could complete ATP tests more efficiently. Large areas can be examined quickly with the Bactiscan. Then ATP tests employed only where there are areas of concern. 2. Whatever solution was employed would have to be used by any member of the cleaning team. Therefore, it needed to be easy to use. The Bactiscan is no more difficult to use than shining a torch. It relies on no additional consumables or chemicals, making it safe for products and users, and therefore requires only minimal training. Dave also found that the cost of ATP testing reduced. Rather than ATP testing blindly, the facility only tested areas that the Bactiscan had shown as positive. This had the benefit of locating root causes for contamination, whether that was equipment needing maintenance or changes to the cleaning protocols. The result was a reduction in unplanned downtime and less wastage of product due to compromise of quality. I hope you found this useful. If you would like to discuss any of the points raised here, or would like further information on any EIT International products, our experts will be more than happy to help. Just visit the website at eit-international.com. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.